Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sports Bitches. My name is Rachel Bonetta, joined by two of my best buds, Megan Gailey, Sarah Tiana. Sarah, fresh off of a flight, headed to
Oh,
Chicago. What did you open for Fortune this weekend? How was it?
it was good. I mean, I was in Chicago for less than 24 hours, less than 17 hours, honestly, and almost lost a umbrella because it is the Windy City, and it started to snow right when I left. And then Megan was sending us pictures of her in the snow, and then I came here and got in my pool because it was so hot in LA.
Are
Oh
you
my
serious? I mean,
goodness.
look at the
Yes.
backyard.
Oh, wow. Okay, if you're listening to
Wow.
this, it is literally a winter wonderland at Meg's house.
Winter
Mhm.
wonderland, probably 3 inches of snow.
Oh, gosh. Sarah, what was
Goodness.
travel like? Because it
I
seems
know.
quite hellish from what I'm reading online, and I have a flight to St. Louis in a couple of days. I'm worried.
I got a flight tomorrow. I got a flight
Ay,
Tuesday
Yeah.
morning.
I was really worried. So because Delta doesn't fly direct to Chicago, I took Southwest because they had a direct flight, and they sent me an email the day before saying my flight would not be affected, even though the FAA was having a lot of issues
They
again.
sent me that
And then,
same email.
yeah, so then I got another one on Saturday saying it still wouldn't be affected, and it wasn't affected
Okay.
at all. So I was very lucky. The airports were definitely packed full of people who were not in a fun situation. So I'm very relieved that I was not affected.
Let me ask you this question. What kind of traveler are y'all? Because you guys both travel so much, in and out, going to comedy shows all across our nation. Are you show up 3 hours before? Are you show up a half hour before the gate closes? Because I'm that person. I'm always really towing the line.
Yeah, no, I show up about an hour before because I want to have a place for my bag when I go to put it up, because I usually have a bag. This time I just had a little tiny duffel, not duffel. It was like my little overnight
A little
Louis
weekender.
Vuitton. So it's
Oh,
like
excuse
not, but
us.
I never get to use it because it's so small. It might as well be a makeup bag. So got a lot of compliments on it, but yeah. Now I always need a place for my bag, so I want to be there before my boarding group, so that I'm boarding correctly at the time of my group.
Mm-hmm. I used to be there super early. And I will say when I'm traveling with children, which I've yet to do I've yet to travel with both kids. But when we're traveling with Conrad, you can't fuck around with kids. It's like I don't want to miss a flight with a
Right.
kid. So it's like I err on the side of early when there is a child involved because you usually have to park, check a bag. It's just a lot more involved. You cannot play it fast and loose. We usually have enough time to get through and have a sit down meal when we are traveling.
Oh my.
You can't,
Oh
Rachel,
my.
you won't even, girl, you call me in a few years and you'll understand. And then when it's just me, I'm happy to be the last one on the flight. And I will
Yeah.
find a place for my bag, and and then if they're like, we gotta gate check it, I go, great. I don't need to put it up. It's I'll take it. I'm happy to put it anywhere. But if you want to take it and figure it out, figure it out. But I know
Yeah.
that's not going great right now. Because I did see random women walking down into baggage claims. And
I saw that too.
we're just yeah. And they're moms. They were just their husbands standing there with their dicks in their hands. And they're like, I'm going to get the bags. Okay, I work for American now. And I'm going to get the bags.
I do really enjoy an airport meltdown viral video, and there are quite a few of those right now. It is not a fun time.
Yeah, and maybe someone can explain. Okay, so obviously anyone, and by the time this comes out, the shutdown may be over because
Hopefully.
there's a bunch of spineless pieces of shit that run the Democratic Party. So obviously FAA government employees, TSA government employees, not being paid right now, going above and beyond to even be there so we could have any air travel. But then the airlines, I don't understand why baggage claim people are not there. Like, it's like, why is United fucking around with that? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe because they're employed by the airline specifically and not by...
No, but I'm saying, like, so why were there not baggage handlers to take those bags? They're not government employees.
Well, I think the idea is just everything is slowed down. So there's only so few people that are underneath putting the bags on the belt, whereas like other people have to go and like drive for Uber because they can't make any money right now. So it's just, I think everything is just completely backlogged.
And to the airlines, I would say, figure it the fuck out. We have bailed you out twice. You are impossible to deal with. You are rude. You are making record earnings at the top of all of those companies. You are having record year after year after year after year. Pay your fucking employees so we can get our bags, you greedy pieces of shit.
You know what I'm realizing? There is a common thread, a common theme for today's episode, and I think that it might be like greed. We're going to be talking a lot about our president. We're going to be talking a lot about ESPN and the YouTube TV deal, and I feel like that might be the thread through. And we'll start with me trying to shill for some cash and to sell my lemonade on the corner in Abbott Kinney. I lost a bet. I bet my husband that the Jays were going to win the World Series, and we obviously didn't. So I had to go and sell lemonade dressed up as the Canadian flag in Venice. And guys, I didn't get a single customer because I looked insane. I didn't get a single one.
No one even was like, this is funny.
Oh, yeah. People laughed. Oh, people were laughing up and down.
Nobody spent their money?
No.
Times are tough.
Rude.
And I
Times
even
are
had a
tough.
sign, just so you guys don't think I was trying to pocket some cashish. I had a sign that said proceeds actually go to the Dodgers Foundation. So, nobody wanted to.
I have to tell you, having there still be an outstanding punishment that we are trying to give you via Zach. Like, remember when you didn't do your bracket? And then I was like, Zach, you got to give us like one little fun tea thing. And he refused to. I was like, there's no way he's going to make her do this bet. Like, I was like, oh, if Zach wins, it won't happen. If Rachel wins, it will happen. So I was shocked that it even happened.
Oh, wow. I did offer to go to the Dodgers parade and do it there. And I think that would have been way funnier. But Zach was like, I don't want you to get bullied. So I was like, he's always trying to cop out. He doesn't want his gal, to be put on the hot seat.
Wow. CJ wants
So
to be
anyways,
bullied all the time.
the debt was paid. Nobody bought my lemonade. Really upsetting.
What? Now,
Well,
so
it did
were you
come from,
squeezing-
it was not homemade lemonade.
Oh,
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, we saw you.
Well, hold on.
We saw you pouring it from a plastic container.
People were already turned off by the whole thing. You think that if I was putting a little spoon in a jug, getting a splishy splashy on my hands, that people would have been more down? I don't think so.
I do think so. I don't know. Like, I was like, oh, I wouldn't just buy lemonade, like pre-bottled lemonade that is just like
A
full
lemon
of-
shake-up, though? A lemon shake-up, I would give you.
You think
I don't know
having
what
the
a lemon
bottled
shake-
lemonade made me look more sketchy?
Yeah.
Less committed. Not more sketchy, less
Uh-huh.
committed.
I see.
I
Okay,
think
well,
it
good
just
to
looks
know.
like a ruse. Like, if kids are out there and they're like got a lemonade stand, but they're just like taking lemonade from a bottle and then like selling it for $1, then you're like, well, this costs $4. And then I'm just like doing the overhead money.
I get
so
what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
like, well, like,
Mhm.
well, I could just buy this myself. If it's homemade, I don't feel like making my own lemonade. So to me, I'm like, what a bargain. This person did all the hard work.
This is ridiculous. You think
Lemonade Gate.
that the children out on the street are making lemonade from scratch, and you don't think that their parents are in the kitchen unscrewing the cap from an already made lemonade bottle and just pouring it in a jug? Come on.
No, I don't think so. No, because half the fun of making the lemonade, like my son always wants to make lemonade. All he wants to do is like squeeze lemons, add sugar, because with that lemonade you get more sugar. For sure,
Right,
the
well,
kids
I
like half
I
the
guess
fun
I should
is
have had a
making the lemonade.
staff. I guess I should have had
Had child labor.
some back of house workers, and that would have been Cage. He could have gotten a cut. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, my
Okay,
son
well, let's
always
talk.
wants to make lemonade.
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 Okay, let's talk about what is going down in football right now, because this was actually kind of glorious. So Trump went to a Washington Commanders game this past weekend. Apparently, it was the most he had been booed at a public event ever, and that is his home stadium, which is quite incredible. And then Sarah, you saw a tweet, which I mean, I cannot wait to talk about this. What was the tweet? What did it say?
There's a report, Adam Schefter reported the day before the game, so Saturday, that Trump would like to have the new Commanders Stadium, which has already been greenlit, named after himself. And a lot of people online were very funny about it. They were like, well, you should name the old one after him since it already leaks poop. Great joke.
Well, and also, like, to be fair, like, poop was falling from the sky at that stadium. He personally released a video of him releasing poop out of a plane onto all of us. So it's like, we're not even, you don't even have to be. Rachel, did you not see this?
No.
He personally posted an AI video of him flying a jet, or like flying like a plane.
Yes.
And dumping
one of those.
airplane, and dumping poop onto all of us. And so it's
for
like,
what purpose? For what?
this
what
was the day of the No Kings like protest. And
so he was dropping
he was
poop
like, I'm
on
gonna
the
Dave Matthews
protest.
band all of you.
I don't know, kind of funny.
I mean, it's definitely like, okay, listen, you poop on us. You love to poop. You poop all the time.
He
Yeah.
loves AI too. He
Yes.
loves AI.
Or the people, the 20-year-olds, losers that run his accounts, so whatever, Poopgate. So reports happen to be that, he wants the Commander Stadium to be named after him, which is just, I mean, it's become like this, like every single thing that he does becomes more and more like a dictator-ish, like getting stadiums named after him, even though he hasn't earned it. He's bankrupted another league. Ownership refuses to allow him to own a team because they know that he will bankrupt it or use it for nefarious reasons, or use it as like in some sort of tax scheme. So, and he doesn't know anything about football. Not that a ton of owners do, but like it's just like it's wild times. And so a lot of people online said, "Oh, here's how here are some names we think you could name it." And my favorite one that someone tweeted was the Pedo Lands, which I thought was a really great name.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
And a lot of us said, my personal ones that I wrote was like, instead of Jerry World, we could do Geriatric World since he's old as F. MetLife, we could rename to 25 to Life, or I Wish I'd Never Met You in My Life.
Ooh.
The New Orleans Superdome, we could just call it the Superdome. Doesn't pay core his bills or his taxes or whatever you want to call it. And my personal favorite, Never Was a Soldier Field. Because that is my biggest pet peeve on him, is that he, is in charge of the military, which he has no respect for. And it's also very, the other thing I wanted to say was like the fact that he wants to be his name to be on a stadium because he thinks that for a team that he has no allegiance to, a team that he's never been a fan of, it's only because this team.
A team, like a constituency that hates him more than anyone else. Like, it's like, there's a world where like the Titans would probably name it after him. I'm sure the Colts would like say, like there are places where it's like, yeah, you're probably popular enough there that you could get a stadium. He is hated the most in America in Washington, D.C. He is literally the most hated there. It's like, why would you want that stadium then?
That is why. That is why he wants it. It's
Yeah, I
to
want a stadium
constantly
named
give
after
a
me.
middle finger.
I
But
want it too.
all the things that he has been doing recently, like he's blowing up the ballroom. He wants to build an Arc de Triomphe or whatever that exists in Paris. He wants to build that in Washington that's like gaudy and has him all over it. And it's like,
Every
what are
single
you
time
doing?
Can't you be
I see
fascist with at
pictures.
least good taste?
Yeah.
Every time I see pictures of something new that they're doing in the White House or the Oval Office with all the gold, like it reminds me so much of all of Saddam's palaces because I've been to several of them. I've stayed in a couple of them the night,
Okay,
and
brag.
I'm just
Saddam?
saying that, like, yeah, when I was performing over there, we stayed in, or his
But
like
that was, like,
girlfriend's
after the
palace.
that was, like, then the Americans had them? Like, Saddam had
Yes, so we
Airbnb'd them? Okay.
no, I was
Saddam was
not
like,
the.
I love Sarah Tiana. She is my favorite comedian. I want her at my house.
He's like, listen,
Well,
side biz, I'm running a little bed and breakfast.
well, let's also not forget that Saddam was actually a great leader when he first came into power.
Well,
This is what
America loved
happens. Like,
Saddam. America put
he
Saddam in
came in
power.
power. He let women drive. He let women go to school. He like brought computers to Iraq, which never had anything. Like he did a lot of very progressive things. And then as soon as like the relationship with the U.S. soured and we started blaming him for a war or using him as a pawn, he got very mad. And then the dictator part came out, and then the power hungry part, and the refusing. And this is like how dictators are made. They feel annihilated. They feel attacked. And like, but every time I see pictures of the White House, I'm like, oh, that's the one next to Biop.
Bingo.
That's the one I stayed in next to Biop.
Sarah
And
Tiana.
the decor is uncanny.
Sarah Tiana, Saddam Hussein apologist.
Okay, and should we title this episode Saddam Hussein Sports Bitch? Question mark?
No.
Yeah.
Lord.
No.
I mean,
we got
what's
ourselves
crazy?
into.
I'm just
like,
saying,
and
when he first came into power, he was.
I know we're
Which was
not
in the
done on this
80s.
topic, but the fact that then the Colts and Falcons played in former Nazi Germany, like at the stadium where Hitler watched the Olympics and American athletes like held their fist up to him to be like, fuck you, it's just,
Wow. We've come
just on this
so not
cycle.
far.
There's not enough Flexapro in the world to get me to
I
fucking be
also
okay.
I also saw first off, you know how every single stadium has like one presenting sponsor? Depends is the obvious answer for Trump's new stadium.
Emmett Smith
I
has
also-
been doing so many Depends commercials, and I'm like, Emmett, how do you need money? How do you need money?
not the Depends.
I would do.
Would you guys
Depends
would you
commercial,
guys
but I need money. I would do. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I would like free bleed on television at this point for a paycheck.
Oh my
Oh God.
Megan.
Okay, new title update. Saddam Hussein
Such a
Sports Bitch
out.
question mark? Megan free bleeding on national television.
This is a disaster. Producer Daniel's gonna be like, we lost the footage for this one.
You guys actually weren't recording.
Release
we can't
the
put this one
tapes.
out.
Ugh.
Oh my God. I also just saw somebody posted like this is what the White House used to look like under the Obama administration, and it was so cool and so cozy, comfy. Like I can't imagine waking up in the White House and just like have you guys ever seen photos of Trump's penthouse in New York City, like at the top of the Trump Tower? It is so uggo. Like who wants to be in there?
No taste.
Do you think he ever has some like flannel sheets even in the wintertime? Just something a little cozy?
I wonder what kind of sheets he does have. Like
Silk.
stained silk. Yeah.
Oh,
but
you know how,
definitely
like,
like spray
water.
tan stained.
It just kind of reminds me of like people who like wear expensive things or wear like knockoff stuff to give the implication that they're rich. Like that's how it always has felt with him. It's like he's never actually been rich. He's always lost money and been bankrupt, and like he's just like putting on this facade of like I am wealthy. and,
Well, somebody took a
and that's
screen
so
grab of
true.
like the sconces that are in the Oval Office, like up on the wall, and they were like, "Wait a second," and like the exact same ones were like available to buy on Amazon. Like it was,
Mhm.
you're totally right. It's like gold plated, probably not even
Yes,
real
I
it's
mean,
like
and
that.
I
It's
know
it's just that famous. It's that famous line that was it Walter Payton said, like when you're good, you tell everybody. When you're great, they tell you. And
mm,
so it's like
Ooh.
everything in the world is because the problem that we are in with all these oligarchs and dictators and shit like that is because they're constantly like, I'm great. And it's like, no, you're
Yeah.
not. If you were, people would
yeah,
tell you.
and
Such
like
a juxtaposition with like what is
Mhm.
going on in the like just the juxtaposition of greed happening right now is just so
Mhm.
upsetting.
you
Barf.
do.
I'm just
I know this is said about hair and makeup all the time. Of like, yeah, you can't be openly hateful to gay people and think your aesthetic is gonna look good. Like home, hair, makeup, clothes, accessories. Like you
Mhm.
cannot be trying to
Mhm.
overturn same-sex marriage and think you're gonna find an architecture that's like gonna make your shit look good. An
What's her
architect.
face? I mean, the good news came out that the
Yeah.
Supreme Court is just like go the fuck away. Same sex marriage is safe and we're all good there. But Kim Davis, may you
Yikes.
shit your pants every day for the rest of your life,
Also
baby
looks like shit
girl.
all the time. Looks like shit all the time. And it's like, yeah,
I don't
Trash.
care how she
of
looks,
course
but
you look like
she's
shit.
had been divorced 5 times. Like, you don't get to be the authority on marriage when
But I mean, like, she could
you
Hilarious,
get,
can't
like
make one
actually.
work.
she's got, like, the hair. It's like, you could be, like all you need is, like, a keratin
She
treatment, and we
she
could be,
needs some
like that would be, like,
retinol.
so much
Oh,
better. But, like,
Mhm.
she
you've
needs to
never
work
been
up.
nice to one gay person, and so you're
Yeah,
gonna have that hair.
You're gonna have to look
That,
like
like,
that.
honestly, locks of love would be like, "We're good. We don't want it." Your locks of hate.
oh man, there's some zingers coming out of today's episode.
Lots
Okay,
of
I really
love.
want to talk. We're
Sports bitch
good.
of the week.
Pass. Okay, I really want to talk about this because it's kind of been like the number one topic in our household, and maybe it sounds like it's been for you guys as well. This past week, ESPN has had multiple controversies. Like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Oh
But
my
my
god.
favorite is that Stephen A. Smith has come out with a solitaire app. And then a
Because
lot.
because
Oh, I don't know.
because he got caught playing solitaire
Playing
during
solitaire. The
during the
NBA
NBA
final.
playoffs and not watching the game.
Yes.
And so
Okay. I
then
did not realize
Stephen A.
the two were related.
Yes. So
Good
Stephen A.
marketing.
Smith, classic heel, was like, "Great, then I'll do a solitaire partnership."
Yes.
He's always one ugly foot ahead. Like he's always one bad shoe ahead of us, and then you have to
Yes.
go, "Touche." I mean, there you go.
Okay. So then all of his, coworkers at ESPN, I guess, signed some sort of marketing deal to promote this solitaire app. So like Mina Kimes, Laura Rutledge, Dan Orlovsky, countless other ESPN personalities were like, "I'll see you at the table later, Steven. I'm loving this game." Like just so cheesy,
Blatantly cut and
just
paste.
obviously, like I'm surprised they didn't leave the quotation marks in
Yes.
from like whoever sent this to their team. So anyways, a lot of people are saying that this solitaire app is sketch as fuck and that it's like run by AI bots and that they are like scamming people out of money. So it just looks so insane, and so people are furious. They've gotten their games taken away from ESPN. Now they're trying to steal their money on this solitaire app. So I've only seen Mina so far come out and apologize and say, "I just thought that this was some regular marketing ad. I did not do my research on this. I royally fucked up."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed.
Kudos
I'm
to you for
sorry.
owning it. She's the
Yeah.
only one that has.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
We are Mina fans on this
Love
pod.
Mina. Love
But oh
solitaire.
my,
Big fan.
I'm pro analog solitaire. Like, that's why I'm like, why do we need an app? We've literally, like, we have had solitaire on computers before we had boobs on computers. Like,
Well,
what?
it's not just solitaire, it's money. You can win money. So it's a gambling app. And that's why people are so upset, is because they think that the bots have rigged it, and so there's all these people
Course.
losing money.
Of course.
Yeah.
And like, if you're going on there and betting your money, you're a fucking idiot.
And that's the other side of the coin. It's like, okay, yeah, these people are taking money to advertise something. It's up to you whether, like, what are you going to take every single thing that Dan Orlovsky says as Bible?
Well, and
Come
so no,
on.
we obviously shouldn't be promoting. Well, no one's asking me. I just said I would free bleed. So it's like, if you come to me solitaire, I'm gonna say no. I prefer solitaire on my desktop 1998 Windows. But it's like, the I don't know. I'm just in a bad mood and I keep like yelling. And so I do apologize, but it's like, okay, why is Mina held to this is what always pisses me off. Mina / women are held to a standard that men / Dan Orlovsky are not. So it's like, good on Mina for coming out and being like, hey, this was bad. And obviously, like, her quote unquote like brand and persona is like smart and good and on the right side. And so if that is in conflict with it, but also, why are we always having to apologize when there's men and other people doing the same exact shit and no one's ever mad at them?
Well, I think they do have
Yeah.
to apologize, and I think people are mad at them. They just are too much of a coward to say anything. And so I think I don't look at it that way. I look at it as Mina's the only one with balls enough to have said, like, I fucked up, whereas everyone else is cowarding and just being like, I don't know, they just told me to read it, and like no commenting their way,
Yeah.
hoping it will go away. And so I think for Mina, it has gone away. And the only reason that it hasn't gone away is because people are like, at least Mina said something. So the only reason her
Mhm.
name is being brought up is as, as a beacon of like what you
Yeah.
should be doing in regards to this, as opposed to like, she's an idiot.
I'm
I
sure
think
it
that's
was tough
been
too. They
the
probably
language.
got a buttload of money.
Yeah,
And
because
you
she
also have
wouldn't do
Stephen A.
it.
Smith, who is the no, you have Stephen A. Smith, who is the star of the network, let's be honest. He's probably
Insane.
sending a message to Mina being like, hey, you mind tweeting about this fun little game that I have? And then it's like, oh fuck, like I can't say no to him. And so good, so extra good for her for being like, this is bullshit. I fucked up.
I'm surprised she doesn't leave Stephen A on red and or blocked. And or like have like a phone where it's like Stephen A's DMs and texts go to that phone and then someone else answers them for her. Because
Yeah.
it's like, I'm
Mhm.
sure she doesn't want to talk to Stephen A every day.
No, who would?
Um,
Gosh.
There's a lot of gambling scandals going on right now because can I bring this up, Rach?
Yeah.
So Emmanuel Clase and I forget his first name, Louis something Ortiz, they were both pitchers for the Cleveland Guardians. 2 years ago, Clase was like reliever of the year. Basically had like this like sick entrance for the Guardians. Like everyone was like, "Oh my God, Clase, Clase, Clase." The Guardians get to
The
the
real life
playoffs.
wild thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was as good as the Mets guys, but it was a pretty sick entrance. And I met him at the MLB Awards last year because he was such a stud that he won an award, right?
Cool.
He's incredible, whatever. This year, he's still doing incredible. And then halfway through the season, all of a sudden it comes down like he's been suspended for gambling violations. And we're all like, what? Why is he gambling? Like he's one of the highest paid relievers in MLB. Like why is he gambling? Why is he gambling? And it turns out with him, because the indictment just came down a couple days ago. It turns out with him and Ortiz and not David Ortiz, the other Ortiz, one of the other Ortiz. Like that. Like it's not them gambling. It's people paying them to do things in the game. And so he's he could face 65 years in prison, him and the other guy, if
so
for the
long.
max. There's 3 different counts that they are facing, which is wire fraud, um hold on, let me just make sure that I have this right. Wire, if proven guilty, maximum 20 years on the wire fraud conspiracy charge, 20 years on the honest service wire fraud conspiracy count, 5 years on the conspiracy to influence sporting contests by bribery, and 20 years imprisonment on the money laundering. So it's
Whoa.
basically come out that, like, these people are paying Class A like $5,000, $12,000 to throw a ball at a certain time during a prop bet.
And
And a
who are the
big
who
part of it,
is it like the
who are the
mob?
people gambling? I
Yeah,
don't
who are
know.
the people
That
giving to
part is
him and being like, "Do this"?
That's a bigger question, I think. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? It's
mhm,
like I think
mhm,
that is also a conspiracy, because when they say conspiracy, it means more than one person. It means
mhm.
there's a group of people doing, it's like a RICO clause, right? That they were trying to get Trump on, right? Where it's like this conspiracy amongst a bunch of people to rig the election. Whereas with this, it's like 4 or 5 people have to be in on it, right? For him to throw a ball, like, to walk a batter at this point in the game, this would have won this guy $100,000. And apparently it came
Wow.
down to Andy Pajes. There was like video evidence. One of the biggest pieces of video was like Class A purposely throws a ball, but Pajes swung at it and struck out, and it
Yeah.
lost the guy $100,000. So they have all these texts from the guy to Class A just being, like sending this meme of like him hanging himself with toilet paper, and then Class A tweeting, texting him back like this sad dog emoji. So it's like the Guardians won that game because Class A helped win that game. And instead, he's sending text messages to this guy to be like, sorry, man, I'm so upset.
How hilarious that the guy
Gross.
that swung and struck out took down a whole took down a whole
Pajes from the
gambling ring.
Dodgers,
And
who
saved
made
the
that
World
crazy.
Series for the Dodgers.
Yeah, saved the World Series.
Incredible.
It's
Yeah,
like,
because listen, I used to swing at balls in the dirt all the time. I this is just gonna keep happening. Like it's
yeah.
like, and this is, I like. I know people love it. We obviously have lots of friends who have made lots of money, have made careers out of it. Like, yeah, you get in, you lay in shit, and you're gonna be covered in shit. And that's not the saying, but that's what I've changed it to.
But I would just like to say, though, that people have made a lot of comments. It's like, well, all these sports teams keep getting in bed with gambling sites and stuff like that. And like, I I don't think that is the issue. I do not think that like a sports team taking money from DraftKings or Underdog or whatever is the issue. I think the ability to influence a prop bet is the issue. To me, the restrictions on what we are allowed to gamble are so broad, as opposed to just winning the game, losing the game, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, if he
But
throws 5 balls, in this inning, you can win $100,000. Like, that is easily corruptible. So to me, it's the prop bets that are the issue.
yeah, I will say, like, just working in the sports gambling world for as long as I did, there really is so many restrictions with these television networks working with gambling companies, with sports teams even more. And just like we were talking about with the Solitaire app, like it is up to the gambler to do things responsibly. But what I don't understand, and this is going back to the Chauncey Billups stuff, like I wonder, two parts to this. I wonder if the FBI is really starting to just crack into all of these famous athletes that have been taking so much money from bribes for rigging certain things, for the prop bets, whatever. Like, I wonder, we're just starting to hear like more and more and more stories coming out. Like, I wonder if they're doing like a heavy duty investigation. Second point, you guys are professional athletes. You make so much money. What is happening? Are you also a gambler and you're in trouble and you owe people money,
Extortion.
and that is why you are having to throw balls? You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like we are going to pop a sports gambling scandal bubble coming up here in the
Mhm.
next little while, and we're going to hear names that we never even imagined.
Yeah, I think extortion is a part of it. I think illegal activity outside of it, that's the mob. And like I do think like it's too enticing and it seems too easy. And I'm sure there's people that have not been caught yet. And it is like,
Oh yeah.
Sarah, I get what you're saying, but like ESPN can't, or ESPN, Fox, all the NFL can't go, okay, we're gonna do a deal with fill in the name gambling site, and then for me at least, in the same breath go, how did this happen? Well, yeah,
No.
that 1 + 1 = 2 to me.
But I think that the reason my point is, first of all, I don't think it's a ton of money compared to like what Clase is actually making. Like he was slated to make $38 million, right? So like for him to
Crazy.
take $5,000 for a bet,
Crazy.
or like he missed out on 12,000 from that guy's bet, so it's like, what
That's
what is
insane.
that in the scheme of things? So to me, that is more of the addiction process, or just like, I'm bored, I'm trying to do stuff, or somebody has something on me and I have to help them out. Those are the
I could totally
options
see
of
it
things.
being like, oh, I'm just so bored. I've got no, because I also feel like there's a sense when you become super successful, like as an athlete, that it's like, oh, I'm untouchable.
I'm gonna get away
who's
with
gonna
it.
fucking figure out that I'm gonna throw a ball to this guy
I mean,
right now?
like, and I saw someone like say this on the internet, so it's not even an original thought, but like Brett Favre is not in jail. Brett Favre is not going to jail.
No.
Like everybody's beating their chest about SNAP benefits, as we should be. And it's like Brett Favre literally stole millions of dollars from Mississippi SNAP, and that motherfucker is at Lambeau Field getting a hero's welcome. And then
Yeah.
any brown person who's ever done anything illegal with gambling is going to jail. And there is a level of like, I'm not going to get caught. Everyone else is doing this. Like I don't like I believe someone is going to be murdered, like like that guy being like, I lost $100,000 because Pi Hayes swung. Well, what if he hadn't thrown the ball? Like people are, it's too much money, and it's too many people that are in just like really bad situations that I'm like, we haven't even gotten to the worst of it yet.
No, I don't think so
Yeah,
either. And I could
to
totally see
me,
that happening.
yeah, it's just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. To me, the gambling companies themselves are becoming bigger and bigger. They're broader, state level, national level. Like these most of these companies are still state by state. Like we don't have sports gambling in California. When that does happen, what are the implications? What ends up happening here locally? It's just like, and, unfortunately, when the mob rose to power, it was during Prohibition, right? Or a recession. That's when people have to look for outside ways to make money and earn for their families, because they don't have jobs. We are not living in an economy where things are doing well. So that, to me, that's on the rise. This is not a Class A situation. This is just an America situation.
I mean, I don't mean to downplay gambling addiction, because obviously it's like a very real thing, and I am so glad that I lose $5 and I'm like, oh, I never want to do this again.
I'm going to Vegas for 3 days, and I'm like, well, I guess I won't gamble because I can't lose any money.
I just don't like it.
I love it.
I mean, it is very fun to like do prop bets and all of that stuff. But like, for the most part, I'm like, maybe I'll do this every once in a while, but it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, yeah, you had to go sell Costco bought lemonade. Like there's
oh God, times are tough.
Oh my God,
times are tough.
All right. Well, before we sign off here, you guys had a pretty big matchup this past weekend in Germany. Colts versus Falcons. What a game too. Oh my goodness.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it
What
was a very good game. Again, for the Falcons, it was a very good game for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter happens and we can't close it out. We haven't been able to close out games all year. I'm really sad because it's definitely a waste of the talent that we have now. But I also, you know, I do not put the blame on anyone other than the offensive coordinator's play calling. Like, I think what Zach
Offensive
Robinson is
coordinator.
doing. Yeah, our defense is
Even
top 5 in the league.
I know, but even Jonathan Taylor, like, literally having a
Yes,
historic
we
day.
We have not been able to stop the run all year, but we sacked Daniel Jones 7 times and
Yeah.
we got after the ball. So like at some point you just have to go, well, they have Jonathan Taylor. Well, they have Derrick Henry. Like you're either really
Yeah.
good against one section. It's very rare to just like scheme at a team to not be able to let them score. And Jonathan
Mhm.
Taylor could win MVP this year. You know what I mean? Like he is
Well, that's my
definitely
question.
a
Yeah.
candidate, you know? So it's like
Mhm.
I think that what's happening with the Falcons is that we have Bijan Robinson, right? We have Drake London. We have 5 guys on offense who are top 10 draft picks in the NFL. We have 2 guys on defense who both got drafted in the first round of the NFL. You know, we have this incredible defense and we are not able to put the ball in the end zone. Part of that is because it's technically Michael Penix's first year. It's definitely his rookie year. This is only
Uh-huh.
the 11th game he's ever played. So I think next year he is going to be much better. I just don't know if we're going to have the whole team back together for that. That being said,
Um,
I think the Colts could win it all.
wow.
I think they are the real
Wow.
deal. I do not
Wow.
think that I think this is
Wow.
a huge year,
wow.
especially with the Chiefs just being okay, with the
Mhm.
Bills looking like they look
Oh my
rough.
gosh.
It looks rough.
Right.
Doo-doo.
And obviously we recorded before the Sauce Gardner trade
Yes.
last week.
Mhm.
Rachel Bonnetta, Sports Bitch's own, broke the story to me.
Mhm.
Colts went all in. You talking about gambling? They pushed all those
Mhm.
chips, and then they said, "I got some chips in my pocket too, and you can have those because we
For
have no pick.
themselves.
We have no first round pick in 2026, and no pick in the first round of 2027."
You guys are going
And the
for it.
man and the guy who dropped the ball before it crossed the into the end zone was sent to a 1-7 team. Adonai Mitchell, I love you. I'm so
Bye-bye.
sorry. I do believe Rachel had a question.
I do have a question, but I wanted you guys to sort of vent. So if you feel like you have vented enough.
I didn't watch the second half and then watched overtime while I was covered in my son's throw up. And so I did need that to happen.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor, I think, is doing something like so incredible. And I don't, maybe it's because he doesn't have like a cool name. Like, I feel like what Saquon did last year, it was
Yes, he
like everybody
does.
was talking. Well, no, like Saquon is like a name, Jonathan. It's like we all
Sure.
know what Jonathan, where we're like, he's kind of a dud.
There's a more
Let him,
famous Jonathan Taylor. Thomas.
right, exactly. Debatable whether he's even the most famous Jonathan Taylor. I think he is incredible, and I do remember when Colts fans wanted us to not pay him, and I don't want those people to be able to vote in elections. But that aside, there, like people have said the NFL MVP is a quarterback award, that they like
Mhm.
will not give it to a running back. And I have a very hard time, extremely biased, seeing any quarterback that is doing something as important and valuable to their team as what Jonathan Taylor is doing for the Colts.
I think it's really cool. I hope that he wins MVP. That'd be so
Uh,
exciting. I'm just happy
I
that the
think
Colts are good this year. It's been so fun.
You'd think I'd
I
be in a
think the
better mood.
Well,
MVP candidates are Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah.
and then Matt Stafford, I think, is like right up
Yeah.
there because he's keeping.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, he's out of his mind good this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because he got an epidural
Uh,
in his back.
well,
Ditto.
Legit.
whatever. Keep him out there. Wheel him out. I don't
I
care.
want
He's
one.
awesome.
Give me one.
But
Yeah, it
I
is.
do think
It's
that I like
frustrating.
the Colts doing all of that because who cares about draft picks next year? What you want is to win this year. You have the team. You have it all. You have the legend of Jim Irsay up in heaven giving you that final push. You know what I mean? So like
And my
this
dad.
is the
And
year.
my dad.
and your dad. So, like, I'm like, you could get that first round draft pick. You could just like trade somebody in the offseason and get that back. Who cares? Like, get the sauce, man. I like the sauce. Get the sauce.
I like this house.
He's so
Speaking of
happy.
that fun little accent, I have a question for you guys. So this wasn't one of the international games, and thank God the international games gets a good game because usually we send some stinkers out there. This was in Germany. I wanted to ask where you guys want to see an international game go. I've got some options here. These are rumors. Okay? They're obviously happening in. There's been interest expressed in Ireland, the United Arab Emirates. I could totally see that happening like tomorrow.
Mhm.
Greece. Asia. The NFL has stated it expects to play games in Asia soon. Australia. What do you guys think? Where would you want to go? What would you want to see?
I mean, Ireland, of course, but I'm gonna go off list and say like the Caribbean, Hawaii.
That's what I was thinking.
Like,
That's what I was thinking.
Can we get like a beach vacation destination? You took
Yes.
the Pro Bowl away from Hawaii and put it in Orlando, the toughest downgrade of all time. Can we go to like they do all these basketball tournaments in the Bahamas now? And I mean, I guess you just need like a massive stadium, and I'm sure a lot of these places have like track and field stadiums because they're so good at track and field in the Caribbean. Can we go someplace?
I feel like
fun?
Dubai has enough money to like build a stadium tomorrow. I feel like we're gonna definitely see that in the next like 5 years.
Can't we go to like someplace pretty?
Florida Keys, please.
It's not fun to play football in like that hot, sweaty.
No, I know.
Caribbean
It's for
sticky
me.
weather. Yeah, it's for you. I want to see it in Paris. I want to see it in
Paris.
I would love to see it in like Salzburg, like where the Sound of Music, like in the Alps or something. I think that could be super fun.
Cam Bynum yesterday when I saw the thing, I was like, oh, is he doing like so long, farewell? And like I was like, is he doing something like German adjacent from the
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got a pitch. What about like Japan or something cool? That could be
Oh
fun.
yeah,
I
for
think
sure. Japan. I think it'd
I
be
think
cool
where
to
did the
do a
Dodgers
game.
Did the Dodgers play in Japan or did they play in?
Yeah, they played in Tokyo. That's where
They played their
They played in
opening-
Japan and
Yes!
Korea, and then they've also played games in London. I'd love to see a game on an aircraft carrier. I think that could be super cool. Just do like a straight up military
ball
Veterans
into the
Day
ocean.
game on an
It's
aircraft
that
carrier.
big? An aircraft carrier?
An
is the size
aircraft
of a football field?
Oh yeah, you
Not
can
all
land
of us have
planes
been
on
this
aircraft
far.
carriers.
Yeah, not all of us have had slumber parties with Saddam Hussein.
We don't know the spec on an aircraft carrier. I'm imagining a dolphin catching a ball and hitting it back like friggin' Ace Ventura.
Well,
Do we have a sports
that
pitch?
would also be
Do
very
we have-
cool.
I have
Do we have a
I do
sports
have a
pitch?
producer. I have a producer Daniel question.
Great.
Okay.
Are teammates friends in real life? If not, what are some of the most scandalous teammate rivalries?
I really liked that viral video. What was it? The Vikings, when they would go around and be like, "Hey, who would you not let your sister date on this
Yes.
team?" And everyone said Saquon,
Stephon
right?
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
No,
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Who apparently
that was
has
spicy.
apparently Stephon Diggs has 2 women pregnant right now.
Stephon Diggs has been busy.
So
Yo,
to
busy.
answer that question, sometimes they're friends. I think a lot of the times, they at least like will find other friends. Producer Daniel, I think the biggest scandals are even ones that we don't have concrete evidence about, but it's when a teammate has sex with another teammate's wife / sister / mother.
Oh yeah, that was
could
that was
forget?
the Zach Wilson
Zach Wilson.
scandal.
And also
Yeah.
LeBron. There's rumors that
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
someone have sex with LeBron's mom on the Heat?
Yeah,
That
wasn't
guy-
that
yeah,
the
and he
guy
also had
that
sex with, Sarah Palin. He had sex with Sarah Palin and LeBron's mom.
it wasn't the guy that's like
I'll look it up.
homeless now. Is
Not
it?
Jimmy Butler.
It was not Jimmy
I don't
Butler.
Butler's
remember.
not.
I was
homeless.
like throwing Jimmy
Butler is
Butler's
housed.
name out there.
Jimmy Butler is housed.
No, do you guys know what I'm talking about? If you said his
Yes.
name, I would be like, yes. I thought he was
don't
that
know, but
guy.
I
I'm pretty
did
sure it
I
is,
did
and
think
he is an addict
was
and on the streets
a
now.
little sassy that for the Munich
West.
game.
Delonte
Oh,
West,
yeah,
I
yeah,
believe, was
Delonte
just
West.
arrested.
I'm gonna look up how Delonte West is doing.
Not good. I just saw an article that he was arrested again. But I'm pretty sure that he slept with
yeah, Mark
LeBron's
Cuban
mom.
had an intervention for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Which is good.
Can I just say one more thing? That watching that Munich game was a little interesting because it was supposed to be Mark Sanchez in the booth. And it was Kurt Warner instead. So,
Well, okay. You know what? This brings me to my sports bitch. Then.
Kurt
okay.
Warner?
Kurt Warner.
Lovely guy.
So does producer Daniel, I hope that answers your question. Sometimes they're friends. Sometimes they're not
yes,
friends.
sometimes no.
Sometimes they have sex with each other's family. Okay, so Saturday there was the Indianapolis Marathon, and my former podcast co-host Megan Connolly, or Megan Morant, as you know her in the WWE, ran the marathon, had her personal best time at less than 8 months postpartum. She ran a 2-hour 41-minute marathon, and so so she's my sports bitch, Megan, and I go down to see her Saturday night, and we're having some drinks, having a little fun. We were walking from her hotel to dinner, and I was like, oh my god, this is the exact route Mark Sanchez took. Like, the video, like I said that, and she was like, oh my god, it is. Like, she had seen the video, and I'm like, we are on the Mark Sanchez. Like, should I be giving like Paul Revere-esque Mark Sanchez Indianapolis tour?
You should be Carmen Sandiegoing Mark Sanchez.
I'm surprised you didn't take a selfie next to the dumpster like, guess where I am, bitches.
Well,
I'm surprised you didn't put a lemonade stand with really cheap, disgusting lemonade.
Oh my gosh. So,
wow.
Wow.
What a claim to fame.
I said you got to walk a mile in Mark Sanchez's shoes.
I cannot wait for that trial to start. Good Lord. Okay, bitches, that's it. That's all she said. That's all she wanted to say. We'll see you guys back here next week. Love you. Bye.
Shout out to Saddam.
I didn't even have to breastfeed.